Okay, sup guys. I'll be doing a weekly outlook, right? For the next week, which starts like 15th September. So I'll be doing a weekly outlook for what I expect for the next week and stuff. And upon that, yeah, we are looking. Last time I forgot about the economic calendar and stuff, right? Last time I forgot totally about that. So this week, yeah, I'm like, this should be the first because last time I was like, I'll talk about it, but I forgot totally. So I think I'll be doing this first, right? So that I won't forget. And starting when I come on upon the economic calendar on Sunday, what I'm looking upon is just I'm looking for that one red folder that can make me a bit hesitant to trade or something. And acting upon this, I think it's just Wednesday, but doesn't mean I won't be trading Tuesday, right? Because Wednesday we have FMC plus federal funds, so I might be like a bit hesitant with that, right? Not to trade any session prior, but I won't. I will be like trading a day, right? A day after, and after that, there's none. There's none. We have like we have like any other like news that can make me feel like uncomfortable and stuff. And recently what I was doing it was when I looked upon the economic calendar, I'll be anticipating where I am expecting the high or the low of the day to or the week, low of the week or the high of the week to be formed at it like what day or something. But I came to understand that is no that is no views, right? That is no views. No matter where is the high or the low of the week is formed, as long as I have a clean bias, I'm just looking for a daily candle, something. And most of the times, I'm out before even if one of our candle has closed. So yeah, that's it. But after this everything, like I'm just looking upon if Wednesday, I'll just be looking for my protocol on Wednesday. So that's it for economic calendar. And last week I didn't look upon the effects. I didn't like record up a video upon the effects, but I have decided I'll be doing that also, right? I'll be doing that also. And let's go into the charts. And starting off, we start off with DXY, right? DXY on the weekly chart, right? What do we have? Let me put on the indicator that shows the day and the P. So DXY, right? And what do we have upon this chart? So we are leaving all these highs out, right? But I'm anticipating if we are to shift, I think we might reach out for this high, for this low, right? We are to reach out for this low. We swept out this. The only thing that concerns me is about these lows, right? The way they are. So I'm looking upon this low, but in mind I also look upon these highs, right? So there's a possibility if we come and manipulate this, we can sweep out these highs. Or if we don't manipulate, then I'm looking for this low, right? This is my next target. Overall bearish, but the way these lows are, and like I think I would like to see out and like untap to something. So I'm also looking upon these highs. But if we are to go lower, where can we turn from? We have this low, right? We have this low. We can come manipulate this low and go higher, or this low. But upon this I would call this a failure swing to this low, right? So this is a failure low to this low. So I'm taking this as the relevant low, right? Relevant low, right? So this is my relevant low, and this is just a low, right? Just a low, and this is my relevant high. The right. So mostly I'm looking upon this low, how price reacts to this low and this low, right? Remember, price moves from a relevant low to a relevant high, or a relevant high to a relevant low, but it doesn't mean that it can't turn without reaching out for a relevant low. The use of this low, it is to see how price reacts after reaching out for the low, right? Because it's the relevant low we have. And if we don't manipulate this, then I'm looking for this. If we don't manipulate, if we manipulate this, then I'm looking for this, right? That is DXY for you. And going to the daily time frame, but what do we have on the daily? On the daily, we swept out this high, right? We swept out this high. We have this fair value gap, right here. We have this fair value gap, which we respected, right? So I'm looking upon this and thinking that, yeah, the we are still going lower, right? We are still going lower, but I would like to see price when the next week starts open up, make like a bit of a manipulation to go lower. I wouldn't like price to go this for stuff, right? I would like a simple like push up then to go lower, because the daily supports, right? The daily supports, and I'm looking upon this low, right? I'm looking upon how price reacts off this low, right? If we reach out for this low, we manipulate this low, then I'm looking upon this high, right? But if none, then I'm looking upon the other low, right? Yeah. So we can daily CSD, so we can come back, cruise below this low, this body, then we just continue to the last low, right? That's also a possibility, because after after like cruising below this low, this is a new protected high, right? Then we can just go lower to reach out for the other low, like last low, right? That's also a possibility, but I'm seeing this as a like a range or something, right? So I'm seeing this as a range. Price has never like came out of this, right? So I see this as a range, right? And yeah, if one side is manipulated, then I'm looking upon the other side, right? And going to the H4, where that is my lower time frame for the weekly narrative. Okay, so let's go to the H4. For the H4, the trend is bearish, right? That's what I would say. So we have this, we have this, right? Swept out this to the fair value gap. Then, so if we open up, close below this, then I'm anticipating that this high should stay to reach out for this low, right? That's all I'm looking upon. So I'm looking upon how Monday opens up also, right? So if we respect this and we just go lower, then I'm anticipating this high to stay to reach out for this low, right? Coming, changing structure into the fair value gap, then lower. So that's the whole idea, right? Okay. So, and upon that, yeah, I think that's it for DXY. I'm mostly looking upon how price reacts of this low, right? How Monday opens up and how price reacts of this low. That will be my main idea, right? If we manipulate this, I'm looking for this side. If we don't manipulate this, then I'm looking for the other high, right? That's it. So let's go into GU and EU. So what do we have on GU? On GU, this is the weekly time frame, and by the way, you can see the like time frames and dates right here, right? Just look at this. So on the weekly time frame, swept out this for GU, it is like high probability, like totally this high, right? Swept out this low and will still left out this high. That's high, right? Have that high, right? So GU, I'm looking upon that. So we still have this. That is our range for GU. But I'm looking at how price reacts off this high, right? This is our relevant high right here. So if we don't manipulate this, I'm looking for the other high, right? Let me relevant low, right? So if we don't manipulate this, right, we are going higher. For GU, it is totally bullish, right? Totally bullish. So when we go down to the daily time frame, and the other idea like about GU and EU that makes it, after you have a bash for the Dixie ready, making a bash for GU and EU, it's pretty simple. You can I can sometimes I feel like I can just my bad I can just act upon that bash for Dixie, just invert the bash and then, but sometimes it's more clear upon this, right? So what do we have on the daily? On the daily, we swept out this, right? Swept out this, respected. We left this right here. Uh, right? We left this out here. So I don't want a big range before we reach out for this, right? I want price to reach out for this. So it will depend upon how money opens up, but this is my target. Okay? So we have this high, right? We manipulate this low. So I'm looking upon this, right? So you can see how simple it is after having a batch for the Dixie. Pretty simple. And we go to the H4, right? So what do we have on the H4? Change in structure, right? Change in structure, H4, change in structure. So I'm I'm looking for this closure, right? After that closure, I'm looking upon this low and I'm thinking that it might stay, right? This low, it might stay. So if we close above this, I am seeing this as a protected low, right? Till reach out for like, yeah. So that's it for GU, right? But we also have this kind of shit stuff back into this. You see, like things are more clear when we just using the hard time frames, daily, weekly, and the H4. So the best idea would be like you just look upon the lower time frames just when you are looking for an entry, but for the bias and stuff, narrative, everything, you should be on the high time frames. Mainly like H4, H1 for the daily trades and stuff. That would be great. So let's go into EU, and for EU we can see like EU, it's like Dixie, right? It's like Dixie. Black, black, black. This wait. Let me redo. Have this, and we have that. So relevant high. No, this is a failure high. I would say this is a failure high and this is my relevant high on EU. So swept out this, right? But it is not moving that clean what I would like, but we swept out this, respected, have this closure, right? So I'm looking upon this as a what? Let me make it orange so it can come out like different and stuff. So I'm thinking that this low is protected to reach out for this side, right? On EU, swept out this, so this is our target. We have a closure, though it isn't a closure I would like to see, but yeah, this is our target. And when you go to the daily time frame, right? When you go to the daily time frame, swept out this, right? Have this closure. We have just returned into this fair value gap right here, right? Dotted. No. Let me use dotted line. This fair value gap right here, right? We came back into this fair value gap, so my whole target is this. Right, that is my whole stuff, like looking upon this relevant high and stuff. So price comes, closes above that, right? Closes above this. I'm taking this low as protected to reach out for this high, right? This is the daily time frame, and I think if this is good to go higher, we will keep on pushing higher or have a bit of consolidation till you reach out for this high, right? Till you reach out for this high. But I would like to see something. I wouldn't like price to return back to this low to reach out for this, but I would like to see a daily candle closure above this high, above this, right? This body, right? That's what I will be looking upon. So overall bullish on EU, bullish on GU, and bearish on DXY. Same shit, because they are correlated. That's obvious. And when we go down to the H4, on the H4, you can see like price, how price is, right? Come out this fairly gap into this, then we are expecting. So on the H4, by the way, I would say like, yeah, this low is now protected. That's what I would say on the H4, right? Have this. So I'm not using this as my chaining structure. I'm using this, right? I'm using this. So turn back into that. Then next week this low is protected, right? Yeah, this low is protected to reach out at least minimum that this high, right? So this low is protected. I'm looking for this closure right within. We have it, yeah. This closure right here, this low, this candles returned back into this fair value gap. So I'm looking for bulls, right? Yeah, like the bulls are in control right now. People are buying. So yeah, that's it. So for the FX, that's it. Let's go into the what? Let's go into the this is right. So done with FX. Bullish on EU, bullish on GU, bearish on DXY. Even a kid could know that if I'm bullish on E and GU, DXY, I will be like bearish. So let's go into the indices. The indices, we're gonna have a hard time this week, right? Unless, so for the indices, I'm expecting a lot of shit, right? A lot of stuff. So we have this shaped out this high right here, and black. Let me no swept out this, right? And we have this. We also have this, All right, so let me make this dotted, and this is our relevant high. We have this candle one, all right, candle this pressure right here, and I think here where this is where the things ends from like being simple to crazily hard and stuff. So for the indices, I'm expecting another phase of price. That's what I would say. Because on the weekly, we can say we have like candle one, candle two, candle three. I'm expecting for this high, but when we go down to the daily time, right? When we go down to the daily time frame, swept out this, right? And this whole consolidation sheet, I don't like it. So if we are to continue going higher, I'm looking upon this low, right? Price to respect this low and we go higher, right? So price week opens up lower than higher, and the H4 squeeze it. Yes, we have this Chevrolet gap. So I'm looking upon this FVG, how price reacts within this, right? I can't call this a protected low because we didn't take out any kind of like liquidity and stuff. So I ain't calling this, all right? I'm not calling this a protected low stuff. Didn't take out any kind of. You can say this, but I don't call this a sweep, right? This is a failure swing. This is a failure swing to this, and this is a failure swing to this. So only this Fibonacci gap can give me a protected low if we are to go higher, right? So yeah, let's go into NQ. So we are swept out this same stuff. So this was my whole target, right? So what happens after we reach out for a target? We can expect another like phase of price, right? Another phase of price. So we see like we can continue higher, but this candle reached out for the high, so we can like reached out for the high, so can have open low high cross, or we can just have another phase of price action. Can be a retracement or a consolidation, or it can just be a reversal, because we also have this, right? We also have this right there. So when we go down to the daily time frame, when we go down to the daily time frame, we have overexpanded, right? So right here I'm expecting another phase of price for sure. I can't say for now, right? But I'm expecting another phase of price for this. I won't be trading Monday something. I'll just let price to show its hands. What should I expect next? Oh, we are just having consolidation continue, a retracement continue, or we are having a reversal to this low. So that's it for this. I won't be going to the H4 because there isn't much I expect. Let's see, let me just see. Right, on the H4 it's crazy. Yeah, have all this failure swings and stuff. We can return back into this, right? So for this, until the week opens up and see how it is moving, I aren't anticipating a shit about this, right? So let's go into ES, and that will be the last. On ES weekly, same stuff. Have this, sort out this, right? Due to the SMT, I'll call this I can call this like a protected low stuff, right? Let me make it orange and stuff. But the whole thing, when we go down to the daily time frame, right? When we go down to the daily time frame, we have expanded into this high and stuff, so we can have another phase of price action, maybe a retracement, maybe a reversal. I don't know, and I don't want to know. I'm just looking upon how price reacts and act upon that. So for the indices, I won't be looking for a lot much, right? So I'm looking upon how what phase do we get next, right? So until that, I'm just watching and stuff. So we have this daily series, right? I'm looking upon that. We can have just a retracement, then we go higher, or we can just continue going lower. We just can just go lower. And finally the h4, right? So mm, this is what we have on the h4, right? You see, like all this kind of stuff on what and what. So I'll be watching, right? I'll be watching, but capping up all this, yeah, I think next week, like mainly at the starting of the week, I'll be more active upon the FX trade, right? FX trade, then going to the week, then I see how the indices trade like acts and reacts and stuff. So week start, I'm more focused upon the FX. Weekend, not weekend, midweek and stuff, like for the last days of the week or the midweek, I'll be then seeing how price is. That's it. So that's it. Like that's it. So I sign out.